Hey, can you guys hear me? Never done this before, so I don't know where the chat's supposed to show up. Hopefully it's gonna show up here if you guys start saying something. Hey, there it is. Awesome. Hey, everybody. All right. So I'm going live because I had an awesome incident in the Mini. And I guess I'll wait for a little bit more people to show up because it looks like people are coming in now. Throwing a tantrum is an understatement. It just goes to show you that if you work on the car constantly, it will still break. So, as I'm driving down the road, I just chilling, you know, enjoying the wind coming in the windows. It's all good, it's nice, and all of a sudden, I hear this tink. I'm like, that's weird. I wonder if I just ran over a rock or something. Keep going. Not going real fast or anything, just cruising down the road. And then literally the most catastrophic noise happens. It is like, and car completely loses power. I'm like, well, can't wait to see how much this is going to cost me. And it turns out that the drive shaft coupling came disconnected as I was driving on the left side. So it's like, you know, so these old Minis, the Mark 1s, and really anything with the remote shift generally has a U-bolt coupling system with like a rubber mount thing in the between. Or if you upgraded it, it's like this plastic cup thing. And man, that just failed spectacularly. Yep, the Hardy splicer joint, exactly. Well, it's not exactly a Hardy splicer. I'll bring you out to the car here. It's super windy, so hopefully it's not crazy loud. But I'm waiting on the tow truck now. All right. So, as you can see on the side of the road, it did just happen now, Lewis, about 10 minutes ago. And I can't quite show you. Let's see if I can get it from underneath the car. So if you can see that, bolts have come out, completely disconnected. There's part there. Looks like I didn't lose all of it, which is good. Ugh. So you guys can expect a comprehensive video on how to replace that in the coming future. But trying to see if I can get you a better look from the top here, but you can't really. This side's still connected. You can't really see that either. It's just too dang dark. But yeah, just classic Mini things, man. You'll buy my Mini for $5,000? I don't know, man. One just sold on Bring a Trailer for $50,000. Don't think I can sell it for five. 7 Mini parts. Oh yeah, it'll be fixed. It'll be back running and no problem. I did organize a tow. Yep, there's gonna be a flat tow coming in like 45 minutes. I was hoping that my first live feed would not be something that's broken on the car, but you know, what are you gonna do? I think that it probably makes sense for Minis for the first live stream to be the broken one. I appreciate that, Saf. I don't know, you could probably make it over here in like, what, 8 or 9 hours? I'll just hang out here, pick up some food. Oh man, I can't push it. If the wheel spins, it spins that joint there, and it just, messes with it. Plans to buy another Mini. Yes, I do have plans to buy another Mini at some point. I'd really like a panel van or a pickup truck. That'd be really cool. I really like those pickup Minis. It's like functional and awesome. Very fixable. Very fixable. To answer Arnie. Arnie? It's actually something that I can fix with the engine in the car. It's probably one of my least favorite jobs, so you gotta get like right underneath it, and all those U-bolts have to go in just right. Turbocharged pickup. Yeah, right? I must like Minis if I'm currently thinking about a second one to when this one's broken. Oh yeah, these classic seats. I don't know. They don't hurt my back too bad. I mean, but I can imagine, you know, after 3 or 4 hours, it'd probably get kind of creaky back here in the old back. Jizzle 452. No, it's not going to cost a lot to fix, I don't think. Hopefully it'll come. It's just a couple pieces I'll need to buy, and I'll definitely be getting those from 7 Mini Parts, and I'll be replacing those. Dave. Oh, you like those Minotaur wheels? Any feedback in the wheel? It was probably one of the worst feelings I've ever felt in the car. It literally felt like the motor was falling out of the bottom of the car, so definitely felt it. 192 centimeters? Man, you're gonna have to convert that to freedom units. I'm not sure what that is. Wheel came off? That 7-port one? Yeah, I've got plans for all the parts. I've got everything kind of sourced what I need. A lot of the stuff on the car is just gonna stay, so that should be pretty straightforward. I did lower my seat in order to fit. I'm 6'1", 6'1", and I lowered the seat and kind of set it back, so honestly, when I do that 7-port head conversion, I'd really 6 feet 3 inches. Good Lord. Yeah, I think when I do the 7-port head, I'm probably going to take the motor out. I don't technically have to, but honestly, I'd really like to replace these U-bolt joints, the Hardy Splicer style joints with the CVs. They're smaller, they're easier to work on, they're not gonna fall into a million pieces while you're driving down the road. So that's probably in the works. I don't know, I'm on the fence. Top speed of the 7-port? Crazy car guy? Yeah, AAA would have been wonderful. It's gonna cost me 80 bucks just to tow it. Crazy car guy. I don't know what the top speed of it is. Specialist Components says that you can expect around like 90 to 120 horsepower out of it, you know, with the accompanying parts. So I think it's gonna be pretty quick. I mean, this car with the motor I've got in it right now gets up to like 100. It's terrifying. Like everything shakes in the car, but it's great. Yeah, I've been meaning to get that AAA membership for a while. I really just need to bite the bullet and get it. It's head trombone. There is a junk room. There is a 5-speed transmission. There's actually quite a few of them for sale now. There's ones with straight cut gears, which are going to be really, really loud, and then ones with helical cut gears. I think that's how you say it. And those are going to be a lot quieter, and it's really just effectively like an overdrive gear. But you do have to have the motor out of the car, and you end up decoupling the transmission completely and replacing it with the 5-speed transmission. So it replaces the whole bottom half of the car. Arnie, I will film the tutorial on how to take the motor out of the car. That is definitely in the works when I do the 7-port head. Got 100 out of the 50 horsepower, 1275. Yeah, it's probably gonna make me poo my pants at the top speed. The exhaust fell out? Did you recover all of the parts? Seven mini parts. Man, y'all are slave drivers. Mohammed, are you talking about doing a conversion to an MPI from like a carbureted motor? Huh, 90 and a 998? That's crazy. Those things... I had a friend who had a 998. He definitely struggled to keep up with the 1275s up a hill. Personally, the single carb to an MPI probably would not make that swap. I feel like the carburetor is a little bit easier to work on than an MPI would be. It's also easier to get parts for. If you really want an injected system, I think Specialist Components actually sells like a injected throttle body that replaces the carb. I've not done a lot of research into it, so I don't know how good it is, but you probably would have to get like an ECU and all sorts of other stuff added onto that in order to make it work. Thanks, Mikey, for the subscription. Chubby, I have been thinking about doing some live streamed video repairs, but there's a lot of cussing, and I don't think YouTube would like that very much. But maybe I can censor myself enough in order to do something like that. So yeah, I think that's a good idea. The exhaust hanging out the window. The cops gave him a ticket? What for? Yeah, Chubby, it's always better to ask for forgiveness than permission anyway. And King Cat, yeah, I would agree with that. The carb is definitely less stressful to maintain and work on. Oh, trust me, King Cat. When I'm off camera, like, it's bad. It's bad. Funny enough, when all of this was happening, I was actually driving and filming, doing the giveaway announcement for the cleaning out the closet videos. So that will be coming up here probably tomorrow morning. You guys will see who won the all the different random parts I was giving away. Yeah, Arnie, I'm hoping the next live streams will be around something a little bit more more friendly. Maybe I'll do it when I'm pulling the motor out. I'll do like some multi-part live streams and show you guys all the different, how much time it actually takes to pull out the motor. Sam, the worst job I've ever had to do on the Mini. That is a tough question. I'm trying to think. It's a tie, I think, between doing these U-joints. I really don't like getting that far into the car and getting all awkward and getting those things in there. It's probably a tie between that or putting the radiator back in my Mark 1. This thing is, the later models took out the body housing frame, which made it a lot easier to put that radiator down in there. But with the Mark 1s, it's like this sweet spot. You just gotta guide the radiator perfectly in. Otherwise you bend fins and stuff. So I think those are probably, that's my tie for my least favorite jobs on the car. Oh yeah, X Leader. So, long story short, I told the guys at the beginning what happened, but basically, I was driving down the road, heard a little tink, little bolt, apparently came disconnected, and I said, "Oh, that's whatever, happens. Maybe it's just a rock, I don't know." And then, literally, the most catastrophic noise I've ever heard out of my car starts coming out from the front, left side, and it was the U joints, the Hardy splicer type joint that disconnected and fell apart while I was driving. So lost all the power on the left side of the car, and just the loudest noises. So I got pulled over though. I'm just hanging out on the side of the road right now. King Cat, unfortunately, I did not have the camera rolling when that noise happened. I'm really bummed out about that. It was like the one time I didn't have the video running. Oh yeah, speedo cable. I didn't think about that one. You know, I've actually never had to replace that in when the motor's in the car. Every time I've replaced it, the motor's been out and I've put it on before it went down in the car. So it is definitely, definitely, definitely a hard job. Hey man, in Chile, that's awesome. Are you in the same time zone? Are you in Eastern Standard Time? Or are you you're on the left side? I forget. Manuals to learn from. If you only get one manual, Mohammed, for your car, it would be a, actually, I would say if you only get two manuals. One is the Dave Vizard, the how to tune your HIFF or HS2 carburetor. He is like a genius, a genius. And then the other one I would get is a Haynes manual that is applicable to your model, your car. My favorite job is anything that gives me more power or anything that makes the car cleaner, like in the engine bay or like, you know, like tidying up wires and everything. Man, that's my favorite stuff. I could do that all day. This is strange. Turn the music up? Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Don't think I could drown out this one though. Taken, not given weightlifting. Yes, I do have a roll cage in my Mini. It's just in the rear, and it mounts into the door pockets in the back. I don't have it coming all the way forward, although maybe one day I might extend it forward. I actually won it at an event that happens here in the US called Classic Minis United. It's the biggest classic mini gathering of the year here, or at least it is on the East Coast. Maybe there are bigger ones on the West Coast, I don't know. But I won it for entering a raffle, which was pretty cool. It was terribly difficult to get into the car. We had to ratchet strap it together and then press it back apart with a portable hydraulic once it was in the car. But it's in there, and it is now part of the car. It is never coming out, ever. King Cat. Yeah, you basically have to like break your fingers and your hand just to get your finger down in there, and then somehow you got to get it to unbreak itself so you can screw it in. It's not the best. Crazy car guy, my dream car. This is actually probably it's between this or like a McLaren P1, that hybrid supercar. That thing is legit. I would love to have one of those. But realistic dream car, I'm driving it. Thanks, Junk Room. Very kind words. The market for minis in the US, it's actually pretty good here. I mean, you can fetch some good money for some of the earlier ones. One on Bring a Trailer just sold for like crazy amount of money, like 50 grand. I can't even imagine spending that much money on a Mini, but somebody thought it was worth it. So more power to them. I bought my Mini in like 7 or 8 years ago. I bought it off of Mini Mania, actually their classified section, and it was for sale up in Canada. I bought it for 1,500 bucks, but it was a piece of shit then. Needed a lot of work, a lot of work. But you can kind of pick up a good one for, I don't know, maybe like around $5,000 to $15,000-$20,000. There's a pretty broad range. It depends on what year model you're looking for. Junk Room, greetings from Charlotte to you in Germany. Thanks, the rat. I put a lot of work into it, so I hope it looks good. One part doesn't look good right now, the part that's broken. Okay, Chubby, fair enough. I'm sitting in it right now, driving. King Cat, yes, I do want to come to the UK and go to some of the major mini shows. One of the ones, International Mini Meet, I'd really like to go to that show one time, at least once. And then I was really jealous of all the other mini YouTubers going to Bingley Hall. I'm assuming that's how it's pronounced. And I really would have liked to go to that, meet you guys. That would have been really cool. Saf, yeah, I'll bring you around the Mini real quick instead of just my ugly mug. Ugh. So, from this angle, looks really nice. Everything's working, but then the hood's open, and obviously, all the stuff is kind of put together up here right now. Got to get a new valve cover. I drilled some holes for a job I was doing. Sorry, dump truck just drove by. Drilled a hole. I'm kind of losing some oil on the side there. Had them plugged, but the plugs pop out. But be getting a new valve cover soon. I've got some really cool plans for that stuff, a surprise for you guys, but we'll keep that under wraps for right now. And then back up a little bit. Yeah, those Hella spotlight covers actually have to be upside down because the way that they mount requires that tab to be on the top or on the bottom. And then walking around here more, that's our club website and some badging. And then recently got some new stickers, kind of askew. I'm gonna have to fix that. But Bad Wolf Mini, Classic Mini DIY. This is my friend, Handyman. He's the one who taught me all my stuff I know about minis. That's pretty much it. You guys want to see anything in particular? Let's see here. I'll do a rundown and walk around the Mini. I can kind of go over. It's hard to think of everything. Looks like the tow truck is here. So I will catch you guys later.